was the peak of autumn in the hills. The festivals were in full swing. The leaves were dancing, the sun was shining, but that inner New Englander instinct was screaming that it's time to prepare for the cold months ahead. My girlfriend Allie and I used to live in a tiny apartment in an old mill building in town. We didn't have to worry about heat, water, snow removal. In fact, you take for granted how easy you have it in a situation like that. But now that we bought our own house in the countryside with a long driveway, life was going to be a lot different in the wintertime. And in the middle of October, we went for little walks around our property and beyond to explore this new land that was now home. And I kept my eye on the river, waiting for it to drop low enough so that I could go fishing again. And as is our new tradition, we met with our good friends Noah and Kaylee at the local fall festival. We hadn't seen either of them for about 6 months, so we were excited to catch up.
guacamole.
Theories only get you so far. Oh shit.
Lucky quarter.
The air was rich with the sights and smells and sounds of autumn, and the energy of a small hill town festival charged the soul.
And like I haven't seen.
And afterwards, we went to a spot we've been going to for years to talk, skip rocks, and watch the sun fall.
Damn.
I'll do your chimney. Perfect. I know all the terminology now, like clean out.
Stabilization is crazy. Like that's. Oh wait, it's off. Oh no, never mind. It's on. That's the focus. All right, so this is with it on.
Just slam the brakes and pull over and find even more of them.
Also Fern at the Humane Society if you guys want her.
Loading diesel into his truck at like, I don't remember why we were there.
I don't know, 13 or something.
Up there, yeah. Much more peaceful. I wonder how far it would have been. We tried to also go to this place. Go back there, like right.
The fish were feeding, the world was turning blue, and we were right where we needed to be. And as October moved on, I began tackling little projects around the house that I never got to before I left for the ocean. Just want to take a minute to thank this video's sponsor, which is Brooklinen. I've been telling you guys about Brooklinen for years at this point. They are my favorite sheets, hands down. I don't think I could ever go back to anything else. Brooklinen is a luxury sheet company, and they make high quality goods to elevate your home. Throughout my entire life, I've always invested in my spaces. I used to love rearranging my room as a kid, and now as an adult, spiffing up the house is one of my favorite things to do. I found that it really helps my work and just my overall happiness if the places where I spend a lot of time are inspiring. And having a comfy bed with good looking sheets makes me feel proud. I've had Brooklinen sheets since my apartment. We've got them at the cabin. We have multiple sets of the linen ones. I love those sheets. And now for autumn, we just got the flannel sheets. Brushed flannel is Brooklinen's coziest weave. They're durable, they'll withstand many, many washes, and they're only gonna get softer with each wash. And whether you choose one of their limited edition seasonal colors or something a little more classic, changing up your bedding is the perfect way to embrace the fall season. So if you're looking to invest in your space or upgrade, now is the time. Brooklinen is having a sale right now. You can get 15% off all sheets and up to 35% when you bundle. Just hit the link in the video description below. It's a great time to start gift shopping or to snag your favorite colors before they sell out in the holiday rush. So thank you to Brooklinen for always being a sponsor of this channel and for continuing to support these videos. And now back to the story. And the second half of October was showing strong, all outside the house windows. And one day my friend stopped by to take old Blue to the vintage truck expert to get the spark situation figured out once and for all. And I was sad I didn't get to drive her much this year, but excited to get her fixed and get the engine rebuilt over the winter and have her ready for next fall. 'Cause boy, does she look good with that October backdrop. Real exhausted, editing nonstop every single day. But trying to find little breaks to clean up the house, do things we've been looking to do. Got a cool iron wood rack so we can organize some of the firewood, organize the whole area around the wood stove. Got a new coat rack, got a shoe rack, gonna organize the entryway, just make it feel a little less cluttered. It's good to take a little break from the computer and spend a half an hour doing one of these little projects, and then you get something done, and it's just good for the mind and the eyes to take a break from the screen. And I was reading the manuals and learning how to keep up on all my old machines. And while we had a bunch of old firewood lying around the property, we were going to need a lot more to get through winter. And so I began trying to coordinate that in the background while we used what we had. And to go from past falls of being cooped up in my tiny apartment on the 3rd floor to taking breaks from the computer to split wood on my own property was an absolute dream. And I often told Allie how surreal it felt and how grateful I was.
This one should go up there.
Nice.
Countertop too. Tabletop.
And slowly but surely, the house was coming along, but there was plenty left to do. Our current kitchen setup's pretty funny. We've got a toaster oven, air fryer, and a single hot plate. And yeah, pretty messy and cluttered. I'm looking for, we got a propane hookup here, so I'm looking for like a really cheap gas range or something on Marketplace. I don't know where we're gonna start, but we're gonna be renovating the house all next year. Gonna do the kitchen for sure, probably in the spring, so I don't wanna spend a lot of money on something that we're not gonna keep, because I wanna get like a big industrial, not necessarily industrial, but like a bigger stainless steel, maybe a 6-burner with a griddle on it, like a real stove that really makes it fun to cook on and that you can cook big meals for a lot of people on. Want to have a big open kitchen, and so we just need something for the winter for the time being. So if I can get something for like $100, that'd be awesome, because I can't really cook a loaf of bread very easily in this. It burns the top pretty quickly. I'm making a hot cake right now, but just want to document this stage, because the entire house is kind of like this. It's really cluttered because we haven't gone through anything yet, and it's not super functional just yet. It's very bohemian and whimsical in a sense, and it's a cool stage. I dig this stage, and I want to savor it because it's only going to get nicer as time goes on. And I know that once we're sitting in our finished spot that's really nice. We'll be thinking back to the days when everything was a mess and life was hectic. Life will probably always be hectic, but you gotta savor the journey, in other words.
Right now, I feel like I'm still figuring it out so much that I would hate to say what would you be open?
And I caught up with another old friend who I hadn't seen for more than 6 months, and we soaked up all that late October had to offer.
Trust enough to Dude, I've got like. Holy smokes, can you?
Together, we got the Dodge out of the mud pit and ready for the firewood task ahead.
Maybe I will. I really didn't see it coming.
And we did one of the most invigorating fall activities in the world and jumped in a cold mountain stream.
It really is. Oh my God, that felt so good.
Why does that feel normal now?
It feels like totally. Oh, that is so good. I've never done this. Never done an October plunge. April, yeah. April, yeah. March, yeah. Not October. Can't get the alternator out. Gonna have to take apart the intake. That's not even gonna help. I have to take this emissions thing off. Oh, well, I finally did it. I got not a new vehicle, but a couple-year-old. Something that will not only hopefully be hassle-free, I got a bumper-to-bumper warranty, all this stuff, so I don't have to even think about it. But it's also going to be very useful. Four-wheel drive. Can tow a lot, can hold a lot in the back, can go anywhere. It can do everything I need in my life, and it won't break down. And while part of me feels like I'm giving up or giving in, this is gonna make my life so much easier. I fixed a bunch of things in my cars. Just like the first time. I've fixed stuff along the way here and there, but nothing too in depth. I'm usually just like so busy trying to work and get other things done that I bring it to a shop because it's easier and it saves me time. Just learned a lot of little things along the way. Now the van runs perfect. And then this was starting and then dying right away. And I bought the service manuals for all my machines, and it said if it starts and dies, there was a bunch of things to check, but one of them was the alternator. And I've been getting a lot of lights flashing on the dash for a long time. And so it was starting and dying. Apparently, right when you start the car, the fuel pump runs off of a circuit in the alternator. I don't know exactly how it works, but the alternator in there is pretty old. And so I replaced it, starts right up. Now I'm about to take it for a ride. And I have to say, there is no better feeling than fixing something yourself. And especially once I get a little garage area, like an open face pole barn style garage, and redo my shop and have my tools organized and have a place, a level spot where I can jack my cars up and really work on them and leave them apart when it rains and stuff. I need that space. When I get that, I'm going to keep all my machines running top notch. I want to be so involved and no longer need to pay shop bills, because fact of the matter is, this is a super simple machine. It's given me a few problems because, you know, it is 35 years old, but it's a super simple machine and it will literally run forever if I just maintain it. So that is the goal. It feels good. Look at that. Fires right up. There's nothing like it. Ah, I love this truck.
And so I drove into the golden light, and as October waned, I caught a few more electric sunrises, continued working on the house, and finally found time to deal with the firewood. we loaded firewood till the red dot fell, and I drove the last load back under the waxing gibbous, which a few days later showed big and full in the sky. And the yard got more gorgeous with each passing day, and seemed to come alive most at the very end of October.
Feels good to have the wood. Also the best feeling in the world to be able to go get it yourself. The dump truck is awesome. Thing ran great, moved 6 cords of wood, and we're stocked up. We got wood for the cabin, wood for the house. We're gonna start stacking it on the porch, and then I got a huge pile down here too. I figured it's time to show you guys the new truck. I did get something newer, something that would be reliable, that I wouldn't have to worry about, so that I always have transportation. I didn't get a brand new truck. I got a couple years old. I got pretty bare bones. The only thing it has is like heated seats, which I haven't had a car with heated seats in so long. Here it is. An F-250. Got a decent deal. I had him put the bed liner in. This is so cool. Just like simple stuff like this. I've never had this. You can hit this button. All the lights come on in the bed and up there. So at nighttime, it's just so easy. They automatically dim. Thing is just a beast. So fun to drive. Oh, I have not had something like this in so long. Very simple. So much space. I can throw my gear in the back. This is honestly the most perfect setup for me. I thought this trailer was going to fit all my cars, but it doesn't quite. It might fit the Trooper in the van, but it doesn't fit my truck. But I get a car trailer. Once my cars break down, I can tow them myself. The Dodge would tow them too, but that thing is way harder to drive. It's nice having like a backup camera and having an automatic. You try and back this thing up, you let the clutch out and you start going like 15 miles an hour right off the bat. It takes getting used to. But anyway, just wanted to show you the truck because it is going to be part of the story. I'm still going to obviously drive my old vehicles a ton, but it is pretty cool to have something newer that you can depend on. I worked so hard to get to this point. So grateful to be in this position with a house, with firewood, with a dependable machine, with a bunch of machines, with a tractor, this is just so cool. I just love life. I love the simplicity of everyday things, like being able to have the wood stove going and make a good meal and do laundry and work on my computer work all at once. Like I'm so grateful for the simple days, for the simplicity of everyday life. I love traveling, I love adventuring, but I love days at home, just taking care of things that need to be done.
And there were more autumn dips, which had me feeling more connected to these hills than ever before.
Oh,
eventually, it was time to bring a load of wood to the cabin and pick up Mowgli and bring him home for good. And so autumn was on its way out, and there wasn't much left of October. And Allie, Mowgli, and I were to be together in our new home, ready for the cold months ahead.